Maths at Ormiston Bushfield in Key Stage 3, we run a rolling curriculum, so students cover the same type of topic areas at the same time in each year, but extending it each year so they go on to more difficult topics, meaning that by the time they get to Key Stage 4 they've covered everything that's the foundations towards the GCSE curriculum. Heavy emphasis on problem solving, so utilising the skills that they've learnt in primary school and adapting it into that sort of more everyday life, and also a little bit more thought process behind the skills. Heavy emphasis on TT Rockstars, TT Rockstar competitions for entire year groups, numeracy ninjas, and lots of fun activities.
Our Key Stage 3 students will first of all experience some transition work, really focusing on the Key Stage 2 skills that they had to learn for those SATs exams. So looking at their spelling, their punctuation, their grammar, but we use a transition scheme, so we use Harry Potter or Treasure Island, really fun, modern texts in the case of Harry Potter, to evoke their enthusiasm for the subject as well, but really looking at those skills using those interesting texts. We love to embrace trips in English. If we are lucky, we get to go to the Harry Potter studios and they have a wonderful day out experiencing the book through the studio. We always like to go to the theatre as well, so whenever there's an opportunity to go to the theatre and see the play version of whatever we're reading, then we'll do so. So hopefully the students will get to experience that in their time. And in Year 8 we move on to another modern text, The Hunger Games, then we start to bring in things like Shakespeare and poetry. So really rich, varied, wide curriculum in English.
Well, science at any level is amazing, but at Key Stage 3 you move from doing basic classroom at primary level to something that's just a little bit more interesting and a little bit more exciting. You get to study all three sciences, chemistry, physics and biology, and we get a chance in Year 7 to go to the Space Centre at Leicester, which is always good fun. At Key Stage 3 Science you get the chance to do loads of experiments. We look at acids and alkalis, and we get the chance to explore the natural world in a safe environment.
So there are many STEM opportunities at the school. There is the STEM club that we run here, primarily focused on robots and engineering, so we use the Lego kits for that. We're also launching a Year 7 STEM club specifically for Year 7s to get them engaged with STEM early on. And at the end of the year there is the STEM Festival, where you have the opportunity to research something that the students are passionate about, showcase it, win some prizes and show it off to the rest of the school like an American Science Fair.
Key Stage 3 starts with looking at formal elements across art, so you look at all the different parts that make up art as a whole, talking about tone, colour, shading, texture, pattern, which then develops into looking at a wide range of practices and artists that will prepare all the students for their GCSE experience if they choose art as an option.
When we're looking at the Year 6s coming in, we quite often do like a baseline, so we get an idea as to what they've learnt before and how we move on from that. We have different trips and things available with regards to Year 7 to Year 9, so we might look at getting some cartographers in to do some map studies with them, and then they look at case studies and things around the world. We have had the BBC weather guy in, and he's come in and he's looked at all the weather balloons, and he's had different props and shows you all about the media and behind the scenes. We've had trips with regards to the coastline. We quite often go down Stanton. We might look at pole to pole, which is quite nice. You look at different units and countries across the world, so that gives you a little snapshot of what's going on in certain countries, how they live, their biomes, their culture. We look at the geography of Jurassic Park, we look at the geography of Harry Potter, and we look at how the maps operate in Harry Potter and the ecosystems and the food chains and things like that. With regards to Jurassic Park, we might look at volcanoes, we might look at the coastlines. It's quite nice because actually these students really get into it, and it's quite familiar to them without it being too alien, and it's one way that they can sort of cruise into the curriculum nicely.
At Ormiston Bushfield Academy in Performing Arts, our students study dance, drama and music, and they get to have one lesson a week exploring a range of stars from around the world. They get to learn what it's like to create, perform and share ideas, building their confidence and building their team working skills. Each year we do an incredible showcase and performance event, our school musical, and students from year 7 right the way through to year 13 take part and create a brilliant family of performers working together for our amazing musicals.
When your child starts at OBA Academy in year 7, they will be doing 2 languages. So for 1 week it will be doing 3 lessons of French, and the other week 2 lessons of French and 1 lesson of Spanish. When it happens to GCSE, they will have a choice between French or Spanish, or even both. I currently have 3 students doing both languages and they are loving it. We also have a lot of opportunity for them, such as spelling bees, and our students are always successful when they are doing it. We also offer trips in Key Stage 3, such as a day trip to Boulogne and also a residential trip to Paris, so hopefully those trips will go ahead in the near future.
At Ormiston Bushfield Academy we try to provide a broad curriculum that includes a number of different sports. We're really hoping that the students enjoy the sports that we provide and that they develop their physical skills, they improve their fitness and they develop their confidence through sport. We also run an extensive extracurricular programme that further develops the students' interest in school sport.